So I am going ahead with my presentation. Now, this is for all Tripura region people to understand what exactly we require for our Tripura region. Basically, let me tell you very frankly that most of the things are taken from your DPR, which was there in the net. And then I could find out some of the information that what is the plan of Tripura government to go ahead with the development of this particular place for job purpose or for the river rejuvenation or whatsoever. But let me tell you what are the important things which is required. As Dr. Rajendra Singh ji mentioned, that there is a lot of things which we are hearing about the dams which is being given approval to be constructed on the Howrah River, even on the Gomti. There is the waterways which is made, but some halfway work is there. But let me tell you, as you can see on my first slide, there is a tree you can see here. Samaniya Saman.
If you can go to the full screen.
I have to go to full screen. Okay. Now can you see?
Yes, yes, perfect.
Can you see? Yeah. So, please ask everybody to mute their mic because some noise I can hear. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am, done.
Yeah. So here you can see on the right hand side, there is a tree which I have shown, Samaniya Saman. This is a tree which was existing across the Tripura region a lot in number, but that this tree is also reducing. We know Tripura is in a hilly region and there a lot of erosion happens, soil erosion happens. And reducing of this particular tree means its soil erosion is not under control. And let me tell you the property of this tree also, it's highly nitrogen fixing property, and this is very helpful in the management.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, can you hear?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, Pooja, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah. So today I'm going to talk about more than dams troubling me is the desilting which is not happening. Hence, I have chosen to speak on urgent need of desilting rivers in Tripura and adoption of Right to Water Act for safety and security. These two things, I think it is very, very essential for our Tripura region. Now to tell you a little bit about myself, what the kind of work I'm doing. I work in West Bengal region, Ganga Sagar, where you know that there is a big barrage of 112 gates, which already, this is a big dam, which has already, caused a very serious issue since 1972 in West Bengal, where even West Bengal government had thought that, and the barrage will help in navigation and then commercial development and increasing and everything. But ultimately it happened that there is total navigation is not happening. In fact, the river is full of silt. Similarly, so I have been working affected by soil erosion, and capacity of the river is also decreased. So in Tripura, this is the kind of work I'm taking ahead. In Maharashtra, there are several rivers, but in Maharashtra, we have a different issue of pollution of water. So while I will be going through the slides, you will come to know my work also, and at the same time, it will be a kind of a guidance that what you people can pick up from this and then apply accordingly in your local context. Now, let me little add on thinking about the dams. Today, almost all Western countries have started decommissioning the dams because they have understood that a lot of hectares of land, when they get submerged, lot of biodiversity of that particular place gets affected. Hence, every country has now stopped making countries still the central water 66 crores of fund for the new dams as well as for the renovation. Actually, now instead of constructing dam, we should think more of check dams. And I'm very thankful to Tripura government because I saw the DPR where I saw that more than 3,000 number of check dams are in the plan to be constructed over the rivers. Now, if I look at the kind in India, the constitution which is happening and the change which is coming up, the challenges to Indian constitutional governance to this river policies is now 3 bills have been introduced recently. One is Interstate River Water Disputes Bill, another is River Basin Management Bill, another is Dam Safety Authority Bill. All the bills, if we look at these, all gives an impression that there is a lot of disputes, there is lot of issues. But if you look at earlier policies which were there by the National Commission, it was always talking about the development. Today it is more talking about the disputes. Hence, if at all in our state also we are thinking about any kind of bringing up dam or anything, let us first look at the pros and cons of it, and then only further we should move. And one thing, let me tell you, with these kind of bills which has been introduced in the parliament, now most of the river authorities is going to the central government rather than it remaining as a state government's issue. Now, this is the list which I just got from the DPR only, the number of rivers which is there, the length of it, the catchment areas, the tributaries, and all these, the details are before you, all the 11. And out of this 11, I'm aware that all of you all may be knowing that when India came up with the number of polluted rivers in our country, 4 rivers of Tripura has been also listed under the most polluted river. This is also one of the river. You can see that silting totally in the Gomati river. At the same time, most prominent thing, if we look about our rivers of Tripura, from 3 sides, Tripura's water is flowing towards Bangladesh. If you look at River Howrah flowing through Agartala to Bangladesh, Manu River flowing across Dhalai and North Tripura districts of Bangladesh, Burima River passing through Safijela district and Gomati River to Meghna of Bangladesh. So we can understand that if we are not retaining, if we are not desilting our rivers, all the water is flowing towards the Bangladesh. And then we are talking always that we are in the scarcity of water, and that's why our hydropower is not functioning, our systems are not functioning, so we are not able to build upon the power supply which we have to create. At the same time, now if I talk about the Howrah River, we have already 80 rivulets is there, and that's why we understand that when the water management is not proper there, almost the city is flooded whenever little bit. And nowadays we see that the rain is not happening in a systematic way, that when we used to see that 4 months of rain, 4 months of winter, summer, it's not like that. It's intermittently happening, and that's why most of the time we can see the flash floods around, because we don't have a proper kind of water management, river management at the place. Now, if I look at these mountain issues, most prominently, see, we have the people where high cultural diversity, high indigenous knowledge is there. If we talk about economy and trade, then in mountain areas, it's always the difficulty of access is there. Then tourism and creation. Now I saw that in the DPR, a lot of things is being talked about, the encouragement which will be given to tourism. Yes, of course, the fragile areas, because of that, there is human-induced hazards are there. If I look at the opportunity, Pooja, please mute people, those who are disturbing in the session.
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Now, if I look at the opportunities of our Tripura region, there is a large based on diversity in culture, resources, indigenous knowledge, but we have to have an integrated sustainable management for the existing resources. Then only, and with the people participation, this can happen. And there is a lot of opportunities which can be explored. Hence, we need to ponder on generating and strengthening knowledge about ecology. If I can see a lot of young faces among the participants, I will request all the participants to take it up very seriously to understand the ecology of Tripura, and then how we can work with the watershed management for the sustainable management in this area. Because if we talk about the watersheds, it is the reservoir of biological biodiversity, and which is very high in the endemic species. So a few of the slides I will skip. I don't think that I should keep on talking with each of the slides. But as much I have to convey, I'll keep on conveying. Yes, this DPR, I thought that I have to share, because I see that this is very promising future which is showing in the DPR of Tripura region, which is, I saw that it is in 2018-19, it has been uploaded, where it is talking a lot of things that it will enhance the quality of forest cover and catchment areas, which they are more focusing on, because they want to do the conservation and development for the sustainable livelihood, thereby ecology and environment, economic upliftment of the local people. And the means by which they want to do that, they have said that catchment areas of the 11 major rivers, which needs to be very well filter strip development has to be done, and then there will be biodiversity conservations, then non-timber forest products based livelihood development, sustainable management through the recognition of forest right, This is very, very good because enabling infrastructure and capacity building to be improved delivery capacity and boosting tourism throughout development of infrastructure and study of the forest hydrology of the state. That means they are trying to do most of soil moisture increasing in the soil. That will be helping in the forest cover also. So this I can see that, and you see here I what I was talking about, that most of the water areas will be made there. 2,380 check dams will be provided, which will be giving a nice kind of an opportunities to everyone to flourish. Now, little bit to talk about what do we mean by right to water and why this act needs to be adopted by any state. Right to water, when it will come in place, that means it will help in conservation, safety and security and sustainable use. What do we mean by right to water? That means it will help in ensure the provision of water for life, consequent and compliance of the basic right of the life. In short, if I say that each one of you will get right to the water or the river flowing in your region, and then you can have your own committee by the help of which you can draw plans, and accordingly there will be a lot of people's participation with the help of which the river rejuvenation or the water conservation will happen in the area. This will also ensure the climate change mitigation and adaptation and integrated part. All water related issues initiatives will be taken. And basically, why Madhya Pradesh, many times you will see that Madhya Pradesh, let me tell you, Madhya Pradesh is the first state when the Congress government was there. Now there is a change in government, but then they had adopted this framework, but yet it is waiting for implement. But then if we can in Tripura, if we can implement, I think we will be the first state to implement this right to river act. And I will request everyone, I will pass on the draft also. If you can all read it, it will be very helpful. So I will request that everybody should read it and then ensure that Tripura should be the first state to adopt this right to water act. This will help in promoting sustainable water use in public interest based on long-term protection of the available resources, ensure the implementation of principle of subsidiarity, ensure protection against all forms of discrimination in the access of water. This is a Bhopal framework. I don't want to go into detail, yes, but this slide is very, very essential, where you can see that how this we can approach, that is with a multi-stakeholder integrated approach for collective action. How this is possible? See, if academia, local community, government, civil organization, private parties, and all together, if we come in a single platform, that means we will be able to do the shared commitments, will have local ownership and will result in innovative solution and opportunities leading to transformation of water scenario. See, today I was just seeing the news where I heard just now Gadkari ji, our river and transport minister, he was just now telling that India was lacking vision. Till date, we never had done the work on the basis of drawing some vision for our country. Now they have realized that everything will be Swadeshi. Till date, we were trying to import so many things from abroad countries. Now they have started putting all kinds of focus on Swadeshi items, and then they want that our innovation should go across the world. So I understand that Tripura also has lot of potential. If our students in the universities are taught the startups and then doing with innovations, creativity, and resolving issues of this local kind, where see in the river, if I talk about river doesn't have too much thing to be thought about. It's if we do frequent desilting in a particular systematic manner, that we find out the depth and length of the river, and accordingly we fix up with the help of engineers on that how to do the silting in desilting frequently. If we do, then what will happen? Water will remain there. Now, why our government is suddenly thinking about the dam? I heard that objective of coming up with the dam is only because there is lot of water scarcity. Water is not getting retained, and all the water is creating always floods. Then there is no navigation which is happening. But see, for all these, only one thing is required, that is the desiltation in a frequent time. Because the kind of topography, if we think about our Tripura, that all the hills are bringing all kinds of debris to the rivers, and all these debris is getting settled, and then there is a lot of silt in our rivers, which needs a very frequent cleaning. But at the same time, quarrying is made illegal there. But then if legally they are allowed, legally things are being practiced, I think a lot of things can happen. So I think most importantly, if we work upon this Right to Water Act. I think a lot of things can be achieved. Water reservoir rejuvenation can happen. Water security plans can be made. Water use plans, reuse can be worked out. Water resource management information system and capacity building, and in all this manner that a proper kind of system can be brought in place. Now I'm just taking you through few slides of mine, that what kind of work I have done, so that you get an idea why dam should not be there, or what should we do for the our rivers. So little bit idea you will get as a layman, how we can start with the work in with our small capacities, what we can do. That all ideas you can pick up from this, and then only I will feel that organizing this kind of workshop is become useful for me. So basically, when we do some work of the river, we look at that how water sustainability and mitigation measures can be done, mainly focusing on clean drinking water, biodiversity balance, sustainable water management of rivers and other water bodies, water literacy and awareness. This is most important. Today also, if we are doing this workshop, it is more like a water literacy program which we are trying to do, so that you people understand what is required. And in our region, more of we talk about the rainwater harvesting, and ultimately we do it through two means, that is scientific diagnosis and social mapping. Now, a few months back, we had done one program in Tripura with the same intention. So already we are in Tripura region. You can see Rajendra Singh ji and our team who had gone around Gomti and Howrah, Dalai, and all different rivers. We saw what kind of issues is existing in Tripura, and we had tried to meet people. We did more of tree plantation all around, or on the periphery of the Howrah River. We had tried to do plantation with the help of Youth for Integration. They are very helpful. They are very much working there. So we are a part of this Youth for Integration, and all along with this team, we have been meeting Chief Minister also, Deputy Chief Minister. We had met when we had come. He was very encouraging. He's a very nice person. I'm sure if this particular webinar reaches to him, he will be the first one to understand what we are wanting, because a very pro kind of your ministers are also there. I have seen your very young Chief Minister, his team, everybody is very proactive and they are doing very good work. And I suppose that today we have Member Secretary Disuji with us, who can always convey our message to these government officers, and the kind of plans which we are trying to share here should be shared, and things should be brought into order. Then these are some press conferences which we have done. Now I'm taking you to the Ganga. Why I am taking this is my purpose, mainly to take you to the Ganga issue, is to understand that what will happen if dams come on the rivers. See, because this of the down this slide which you see, this is the 112 gates dam, and you can see in front of it, it's not water, it's all silt. You can see this 12-foot siltation which has got accumulated in this place. Instead of river, now there is silt because of this 112 gates, which was built, to give a proper kind of a flow of water to Bangladesh and give them better navigation and all this purpose. But ultimately, this is the situation. Now, let me tell you why. If you look at these slides, 1986, you see 1998, 1994, 98. Look at the siltation. You can see the mid area. If you see these areas, here is the silt. And this area, if you just keep on seeing that year after year, how the silts got distributed. Now see 202, 2002, 2006, 2010. Now see how bifurcation is happening. And because of this, let me tell you, a lot of erosion, and because of erosion, there was, you can see here in 2016 and 2027. You can see how the division of the silts, and then because of this, river doesn't have a proper kind of a course of water, and this is the scenario all across the place where there is this dam is situated. Everywhere, literally, the villages are every time 7 to 8 villages at a time, they fall into the water, and there is a lot of erosion continuously happening in Farakka, Malda, Murshidabad region. Ultimately, government is come up with some ideas to stop this sedimentation, but some are using concrete porcupines, and these are the concrete porcupines you can see. Then state government is trying to, in our India, there is another most important issue. Why I'm giving you all the details, because a thought which you people can give while you think about, your government think about coming up with dam, or you are doing some kind of, plans for the rivers. Now, there is, in our situation, most of the areas are with the state government or the local government, and there is central government with certain areas under their purview. Now the area where the central government's purview, that means where there is a dam, their central government has got more of its purview. They have made these concrete porcupines, and state government is doing with the bamboo porcupines. But ultimately, let me tell you, the local people are the losers because continuously erosion is happening. The crores of fund is just getting, washed away in this water because these bamboos or these porcupines are not giving any help. Thus, we are trying to create all kinds of awareness programs across West Bengal and in the cities and universities and everywhere. Similarly, this is a Maharashtra condition where a dam is given permission on this area. You can see lot of rich biodiversity. People's livelihood is dependent on this. And ultimately, there are already so many dams in this region. You can see, and one more dam is given permission. And let me tell you, Maharashtra is the place where almost 75% dams, major dams are there. Total number in a context to the complete Indian scenario. Now, this is another area where I am working. This is Bhatsa River, where all cloths are being washed and holy colors and everything, and it's such a nice picnic spot. And this is the water which is supplied to Mumbai. Complete Mumbai city is getting water from here, but this is the scenario. So we try to stop all these kind of pollution in the area. Similarly, this is another region in Ratnagiri region where a river is covered with, you can see this road which is shown. This road is completely actually of the river place, but this is covered with made into a road so that vehicles can take turns, and this is the river which is getting covered up by this silt. So ultimately, a river, when it is not able to move in a proper manner, there is no ecological flow. There is a lot of issues to the government and to us. This is another situation which I am showing, that in the river region, all the factories, big factories which is coming up. This is a case of encroachment in Valduni and Ullas rivers. And at the same time, now I'm coming to Bhivandi, where I am a principal. As you people are in Tripura, you people are in the Central University there in Tripura, near around you, there must be so many water bodies which you can take, adopt it, and then you can work on it. So this is how where I am working as a principal, and I have the river which is totally covered with this pollution, plastic pollution, and then siltation. And these are the textile units which are coloring the cloths and all, and their effluents are being released continuously. So these are the kind of pollution which is happening. So we take up the issues, we do the tree plantation. I try to give training to the Gram Sevaks, Gram Sarpanch, Talati, CEO, Zila Parishad, MPCBs, all the officers. So we try to bring in mayor, commissioners, everybody. Here you can see the MPCB officers. We make them accountable for all the kinds of pollution. We ask for the performance review. All this way, if we people remain alert, as a public, we participate in it. And see, you can see with collector office also, I make the collector accountable to call joint meetings, and with the help of that we are able to resolve the issues, because we can do so many things in our own capacity, but ultimately it's the government authorities, those who are going to work. So we have to be working along with them. We have to also think about helping them, and in that manner that we try to work with them. So here you can see with the MPCB officers that I take them around the city. If I see anywhere pollution, we do the Panchanama of those plants, and then we shut down those units. But we understand this also gives livelihood to so many people. Then we try to work upon certain strategies with which the companies can work properly with having treatment plants at place, and then it should be functioning and it will be reused in the company, that we try to ensure. That's how we try to meet all the authorities. We bring up all these things along with the awareness to different colleges. We bring them together with us. Then we have Chandra Singh ji, we invite along with them their committees come with us, and then we go around the city and try to help for the purpose. So this is in short how we have to take a consider, not go on complaining. Instead, we should try to focus on the solution, because I understand our young generation, every one of you have lot of innovations in yourself, and if you think in innovative manner, if you do